I'm Stephen Yonti. We're still indoors because there's a foot and a half of snow outside. We can't go to the junkyard till it melts. So until then, we're going to stay inside and check out some cool Johan plastic model car kits. Now, Johan debuted in 1947. Johan, Johan, get it? But first off, they came out as Ideal. This is a 55 Pontiac by Ideal Plastic. You can see right here, it says Ideal Models right there. And what happened was Ideal is a company that made things like erector sets and other toys for children. John Hanley was told, don't use Ideal, you can't do that, that's our trademark. So he came out with Johan, same year, basically the same basic kit, same stuff, but with the Johan logo on the back, no more Ideal. The Ideal stuff's a one-year thing, kind of interesting, kind of collectible, but nothing really different. The only thing that is different, I will say that the grill, the bumper is metal on these things, front and rear. That's metal. So are the wheels, hubcaps, they're metal too. The Johan stuff, they went to plastic. Same structure, but it's made out of plastic. So, same with the hubcaps are also made of plastic on the Johan stuff, whereas the Ideal would be metal. Interesting. So Johan went on to do some very brave things. This is 1960 and 61. This is the AMC Rambler unibody right here. It's not missing parts. Nothing's been stolen. It's how it is. It's to show off the unibody construction to AMC dealers. And the real ones, there's also resin ones, but the real ones have white wall tires, and there's a void right there. The resin cars don't have that, so the resin ones don't have that. It's a clear hole, but there's no hole. But this is the actual Johan polystyrene version. Right around the same time that Johan went from acetate to polystyrene, 1960-61. Otherwise, the Johan stuff would be warping. This is polystyrene right here. Moving on a little bit, Johan made not their fortunes with promotional models for car dealerships. And this is the structure right here, the little flywheel motor right there. They gave the thing motion, little tiny plastic gear. AMT had metal gears, which got rusty and didn't work as well, but the Johan stuff was plastic, a nylon gear right there. This one's out of a 65 or 6 Plymouth, I think, judging from the hubcaps. But also the bodies on these things are very realistic, and also the hubcaps on this, as were the grills, very realistic, which is what gave General Motors and Chrysler Corporation full faith in Johan to make realistic 1/25th scale replicas. And they say that the the little ones help to sell the big ones, the promos, get it? So anyway, Johan also made some some more 1/25th scale plastic kits. This here is something from the 98 cent line right here. The idea, these are slightly simplified models. They have engines, but there's no custom details, no parts to build. This is a built-up one right here. It has an engine, but it has the classic Johan, nice little max wedge motor, a single 4-barrel. Has the cursed Johan promo style chassis with the molded in exhaust and suspension. But once again, grills and wheel covers are very realistic on the Johan stuff. That's again one of the things that sets them apart from so many other car model makers. And this series right here, the 98 cent line, was made to take on the AMT Craftsman series, which are 98 cent models as well. Included in the 98 cent line was this 1963 Olds Starfire, which also came out in the many re-releases in the 1970s. The USA Oldies came out in this thing here, but once again, simplified model. It does have an engine. Also 63 Plymouth Fury convertible right here. Kind of a cool thing, the 98 cent line. A bunch of cars in this setup right here to combat the cheaper AMT model offerings. But with that said, this little Johan 64 Dodge at the bottom of the scale, the top of the scale was this model right here, much more detailed. The Ram Chargers kit here. These things were $1.49, so about almost twice as much as the smaller, cheaper one. Same body, everything's the same, except these do have customizing parts, engine options, the max wedge motor instead of the single 4-barrel NASCAR motor. Kind of cool stuff. And Johan was brave. Probably one of the best 1/25th scale model cars of all time, I dare say, short of Japanese stuff from Tamiya, would be this Johan Chrysler Turbine car. 1965, I think this came out. Great model car. Doors, trunk, engine compartment opens up. Great model. I mean, so detailed, these things. It's really hard to build. I've built a couple of these things in my time, but it takes some patience for sure to make these things work. And the Gold Cup series was these things here. They also did some classics right here. And Johan spent a lot of money to do these things. Also V6 Cadillacs, a couple of body styles, even this Mercedes-Benz supercharger car from 1930s. And the Gold Cup thing is right here. It's on the box, the Gold Cup series right there. These things were $1.98, a little bit more. And the Gold Cup is not just a slogan, it's actually a gold cup inside of the kit. And this is the parts pack. I hate these things. Oh, here we go. Because you put them back together, these pins have to line up. If they don't, then it's a nightmare. But there's the Gold Cup. I don't dare open it up. That's the Gold Cup, that thing right there, that Gold Cup. That's the thing that justifies the Gold Cup name and meaning. And the Gold Cup name was also utilized on cars that didn't have the Gold Cup inside. I'm talking kits like this Cadillac ambulance right here. And you see Gold Cup right there, but there's no Gold Cup in this kit. I'll get to that in a second. But a beautiful model, again, working steering. A little simplified, the rear suspension's kind of simple on these things, but again, what you got in these Gold Cups was chrome Mylar film right here, so that kind of took the place of the Gold Cup. All the Gold Cup kits after the Classics lines got this thing inside, and an awesome model. I mean, so detailed, nice crisp plastic. This is before the Flash took over and the tooling was still well cared for. Chassis is nice, steering front wheels. Again, the promo style suspension on the back, but again, single exhaust, as all Cadillacs had after 1961, it's true. And great chrome on these, great tires on these things. The same tires found a lot of the promo models, white wall tires. And nice chrome trees in these things. And these were also rendered as the Holland Hearse and the Roaring Ramulance with dual Hemi engines inside. So the same body tooling went a long way. Johan knew how to get the most out of their tooling and make the most of it. And also on the other side of the coin, this is one of the promos that came out. It's a 1968 Imperial two-door hardtop Crown. Beautiful car. Again, we have the the classic Johan Pan style chassis, but again, dual exhaust, and of course details, torsion bars. I tell you what it is, little lettering inside of the bottom right there. Once again, beautiful grills and tail panels, and just great crisp bodies, perfect proportions, nothing weird about it. It's really well done. They were based on manufacturer's blueprints, so Johan had an inside line on car makers and had the access to the blueprints. That's why they look so realistic, because they're not a guess, they're actually from the actual blueprints. And moving a little bit later on, we get into the 1970s. The final gasps for Johan were snap-together kits like this. The final kit that Johan tooled on its own was the 1977 Cadillac DeVille. We see it right here. Great little model. Others in the lineup were the Cadillac Eldorado, the Jadwin AMX, and of course, what else we have? Ford Torino and the old Cutlass right here. They're also snap-together kits. They're pretty decent little models. They're pre-painted in some cases. This is a promo right here. But again, here it is right here. This is a promo from that period. And this is painted by somebody at Johan. And the chassis has the obligatory catalytic converter, which arrived in 1975 on all American production cars, with a couple of exceptions, but most every Jam car had cats. And the hood ornaments right there, very delicate, easily lost. Nice to see it here in one piece. So as we get into, as Johan was winding down, well, they get into this stuff here. The Seville era, this is Johan kind of reborn. I'd say this is probably about 1995-ish, somewhere around there. But again, this is the reborn Rambler station wagon, and it's not resin. It's actually a polystyrene or polystyrene kit. There it is, right there, with green plastic tinted windows in here, and different replicas, ideas on building a pickup truck. You had to get your razor saw to turn that, make it happen. But again, decent, kind of the last gasp for Johan right here as it was winding down. And not a bad little kit, but again, it's 1959 all over again. Again, the flash is minimal on these things. Some add-on parts on these things were surfboards, which were not there in 1959 or 60. So it's nice to see that Seville or Johan XL, whatever this is, made the effort to add some goodies to the kit. They weren't going down in flames, but they were not accelerating. Or here's the tree on the side right there. It shows the various bits and pieces. There were extras. So is Johan really gone? Well, maybe not. Okie Spaulding is out with these puppies here. These are the Powell, and a company called Johan Technologies is releasing. Now these are resin. They're slush cast, but they're decent. I would dare say it's a little bit of flash. You have to work that over. But again, the Powell, you take the AMT 41 Plymouth car and you use the chassis and engine from that, and that makes your Powell complete, which is the reality of the Powell. Actually used a 41 Plymouth chassis and engine and drivetrain, and so then as now, that's how you make these things complete. Nice little model right here in many ways. And the word is there's a mystery product coming out soon from Johan Technology. This is 2026, so they still have very much of a pulse. Okie Spaulding is alive and well with this effort right here. There's a mystery product coming out that may have something to do with the post office. I won't get any further into details on that, but we'll see what happens with that in the next year or so. I hope it happens, Okie. Our best thoughts are with you on that project. Hope it happens. So that's a very short rewind of Johan history, courtesy of the snow outside, which keeps us away from the junkyard crawl. So when the snow melts, probably a week or so from now, we'll get back to the junkyard crawl. So until then, thank you for watching these model car videos.